Hello, creative friend. In this gratitude journal with me video, we'll be combining the calming practice of slow drawing doodles with mindful art journaling to perhaps help us manage holiday stress and, more importantly, to nurture our self-care. I'll be going over different tips around art materials and prompts and how you can dive into this practice on your own at home. I love noticing how the paint flows and really getting lost in that meditative act of just witnessing how colors change on the page. In this gratitude art journal, I'll be using watercolors, micron pens, and some really beautiful gold and silver inks. You can use any materials that you have at home. What I encourage is to begin by having the intention of noticing what you're grateful for that day while combining it with an art journaling practice. So I like to begin by simply choosing colors that I feel drawn to in that moment, and I encourage using only 2 to 3 colors per page. Really limiting the amount of color that you're using can help us to focus more on the shapes as well as what we might be feeling in the moment. It's something that I like to move the pages around to consider how I'm feeling, and I like to write down something that I'm grateful for after I've created the image. Similar to other mindful art practices, there's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm also seeing if there's any sort of symbols that I think of. So with this particular art journaling page, I was thinking of grass and growth and how that was coming up through the ground. I was thinking of winter and of those kintsugi bowls where when they get cracked and broken, they're filled with gold as a way to really appreciate the beauty in them. And so for me, this helped me remember and remind myself of the ways that growth is coming up in my life that I feel deeply grateful for. I don't always blend the colors off the page. Sometimes I allow the colors to mix and blend on the page, and this can be a really fun practice and exercise as well to explore color theory and just learn your paints and see how they flow and move together. So there's lots of added benefits. We have this benefit of a gratitude practice. We have this slow drawing, slow painting benefit of really being mindful in the moment, of noticing the colors as they mix together, of having an expression of words so we can then go deeper into what we're feeling. And that's something I share in my classes online of how to identify what you might be feeling with your art or thoughts that you might be having. This particular journal art page made me think of patience, and I want to read a brief part that I wrote on the opposite side of the page. Patience is an invitation, a choice, a place of growth. Patience is space. It is the magical co-creation of that which hasn't arrived yet, which may not arrive. Like flowing colors mixing on the page, it is the beautiful transformation in each moment, in each becoming. I'd love to hear in comments something you feel grateful for today. I invite you to check out my mandala art journal challenge, and you can dive into that in these videos here.